Hey everyone, Disappointed Giant here. Welcome to a very short post commentary. I did some practice runs earlier today and I had a really good one. That I wanted to talk a little bit about here. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because the build started as one thing and then some stuff changed and then some stuff got better. But basically what I thought about was the idea of having a build and staying flexible with it, right? So what we'll see here, so I'm in the bank. Don't say I never go to bank. Here we go. What you'll see here is I'm going to open up this curse chest and we're going to get an item that doesn't fit with the build right now. We have ourselves a Tactics Giant Whistle. And you might think, all right, it's got a, it's one big blast damage, right? It's one big hit, has a really long cooldown. Is that something that you want to take with the Tactics build? And if you look at my build right here, it's killer, right? We got Boomerang and Boy's Axe with ammo. Barnacle, we have Knife Dance where bleeding causes poisoning, right? We have quad damage. It's a quad damage Fire Blast in the backpack. And then we also have networking, so enemies are going to share damage. So right now, if I'm looking at this build, I don't need the Giant Whistle. I really don't. What we have here is popping off pretty well. As you can see here, we're doing great damage. We've got ourselves a nice extra dual stat here, which is fantastic. But we're doing okay for ourselves. But this bank was after Concierge, right? So I still have this level, the next level, a boss, and then another level and a boss at minimum. So I'm on 5 BC. So I'm going to stop here in the shop. I'm going to look at this level 9 Boy's Axe. I already have a level 8. And I think in the moment I was like, well, maybe the extra bonus is worth it. I think I was also thinking to myself, well, if it's mimicked, we're gonna get a level 11. Let's see how that rolls. But I'm gonna keep on crushing here. And so the first, so this is actually the third item that the game has given me in this level. We're gonna go back to one of them at the end of the bank section here. But this is an item that the game has given me. So normally, I love Firebrands, but does it fit with this build? Hold on. Sorry, I just had to I had to give you the volume of the 10% speed there. That sounds so funny. But Firebrands is great, but does it fit with the build, right? Do I need to be flexible with that and say, hey, like this is something that I want. This is something that's going to make the build better. The answer is no. Firebrands is fantastic, but everything we got here is popping. Off. I'm not really using my Barnacle because we're moving so fast that it's almost like the trap doesn't matter. Is that something we need moving forward, right? Probably not. Coming into the shop here, I got 34,000 bucks. I'm down a flask and it's like, do I want to buy this? I'm starting to think, do I want to upgrade other items? What's up with that Boy's Axe in the shop? Do I want to get another skill? But I decided to do it anyways. I do the math. We got $15,000 left. And now I'm thinking, okay, this Barnacle, I might want to get rid of the Barnacle. So I'm starting to look around. We get a double damage electrodynamics and I grab it because that's going to be great. We're doing insane damage. That's going to make it even better. We got, there you go, plus 60% to bleed. We have double damage here. And for some reason, I take the wrong skill. Instead of recycling the Barnacle, I recycle the Knife Dance. The only thing I can think of here is I did that because we're going to grab the Giant Whistle anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But in the moment, as I'm going back to this, I'm like, oh man, you shouldn't have done that, right? So we already got mimicked. So trying to be a little bit more mindful here. This is not worth it. This was not worth the 4,500 bucks or whatever it was. I think in my head, I was like, all right, I want a better Boy's Axe. We're looking at possibly getting mimicked, but I did just get mimicked, right? So it wasn't necessary, but either way, spent a couple bucks, got ourselves a minor upgrade, and now we're going back for the Giant Whistle. So here's where the gears are starting to move. I'm thinking to myself, how can I maximize this Giant Whistle? This is what the game gave me. I want to be a little bit more flexible, right? I got rid of the Knife Dance, got rid of the Barnacle, and just trying to think of what can I do with what the game gave me. But just because the game gives you something, that doesn't mean you need to use it, as you can see here from this legendary Oven Axe. It doesn't make the build better. It might make a survival build better, right? Or a high HP brutality build better. But here, it ain't gonna work. We don't need it, right? So thinking of the idea of like, yes, I want to be flexible. Let's see what I can get. And then here we get a triple stat necklace, which is gorgeous. We don't have to I don't even have to think about that. That's not even flexibility. That's just upgrades. And let's see what I can do here. So I'm trying to figure out like where we're at as far as affixes, right? Again, we have that quad damage. What do you call it in the backpack? Fire blast in the backpack. We don't really have any good sources of DOT, so I'm thinking, what do I want to do here, right? I'm going to take Hunter's Instinct. So the reason I take that, so I know Clock Tower. I know Clock Tower very well. In certain areas, there's a lot of enemies that are just kind of like bunched up. They're super bunched up. So to me, here we go. We start, what does the game give us here? A Tesla Coil, Toxic Cloud on the trap, plus 80% to poison. I don't want to take that now, but I am not going to recycle that. It's too good. It's too good. So in Clock Tower, we'll see here, there's plenty of enemies that are close by. I'm going to use my Giant Whistle. I'm going to get some big bursts of damage there. And I'm starting to clear enemies out. So look at this. We're already down. We just cleared out our entire cooldown within those 4 seconds. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is. And again, now we're back to 3 seconds again. So it's very, very fast to get that cooldown. I think I'm just gonna showcase it again here. Down to 6, 5. This should do it. Yeah, so right there. So that's me being flexible. I could have kept, what do you call it? I could have kept networking, right? I did want to keep acro because of the triple or the quad damage in the backpack. And then we're gonna come into the shop and I'm like, what else could I get? And look at this boomerang. You want to talk about a puzzle starting to come together. There's no question. There's no question there. We have bonus damage on the Boy's Axe. We have bonus damage coming up on the Tesla Coil. And I heard a legendary. I didn't see it, and it dropped down here. Now we have a Hokuto's Bow, so with a damage to root. So the thought process here is you may say, okay, well that Fire Blast does quad damage. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to swap it out for the Hokuto's Bow? For me, I decided, yes, the game gave me something good. We're going to stay flexible. We're going to grab that Tesla Coil, and we're going to come in here to the Timekeeper, into the clock from here, and I'm not really dodging. All I'm doing is I'm interested in seeing damage here. We're looking at damage, right? We got bonus to root on the Hokuto's Bow. We got bonus to poison on the Tesla Coil. We got and the boomerang. So all I was interested in damage, like how is the build going? Build's going pretty good. Going pretty good, right? So our main items did not change at all. I'm going to run, or I should say, we upgraded both of them. Didn't need the Boy's Axe upgrade. Boomerang upgrade was just too good. And now I'm like, all right, well, what do we want to do? And I think about where we're going in the next biome. So what I decide to do is I'm thinking about going Shipwreck here. Hunter's Instinct has been working great for Giant Whistle, but do I want that for the next biome? I could have, right? But I decided I'm going to go back. I'm going to do ammo again, and we're going to go back to networking. Again, thinking about what's next, right? Again, thinking about trying to like have that sort of flexibility. And I chose to go Shipwreck because the platforms that are in that level are generally, and I thought about going to Distillery here, but I decided not to because the enemies here, they're not as horizontal. So we're going to see once we get to Shipwreck, the Boomerang is going to go through the enemies. The Hokuto's Bow, which has Pierce All, is going to go through the enemies. Everything's going to get networked. The poison synergy is going to kick in, and we're just going to shred. So here we go. So we have both Tesla Coil and Boomerang self-synergize. So there's going to be Toxic Cloud everywhere. All of the other items, except for Hokuto's Bow, I'm looking at this here saying, I wish I re-rolled the affix to get bonus to poison on that. We're still good. We still have the plus whatever it was, plus 75 to root for the Boy's Axe, so it's not all lost, right? And here we go. So here's where my plan, similar to Clock Tower, where I had the Giant Whistle and the cooldown, here's where my plan really starts to pop off. We're going to see, a lot of rows here, like the enemies are taking damage. They're popping off before I even have a chance to get up there, which is unbelievable. I think when we come out of here, there's going to be another longer corridor where enemies, this is the long corridor. I mean, you want to talk about ideas for synergy. You want to talk about ideas for mutations. And again, this is a little bit different from before. It's actually not super different. So what I did was I moved, I still got Giant Whistle, but I moved away from what I did, and then we came back to what's been working. Again, just sort of staying flexible, even if that means kind of revisiting some of the stuff that you already had. Taking another look here, I think I decide to not... Oh, here's what happened. I'm trying to get poison on the Hokuto's bow. Not going to do it, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, I want to change my mutations. I'm going to use my money, and then I'm going to come back here, and I ran out of money. So we're going to do ammo, we're going to do acrobat attack, and I think we're going to do support. I'm fairly certain we're going to grab support. I'm thinking. I'm not actually thinking about Heart of Ice. What I'm thinking about here is, do I want to take disengagement? The answer is no. We're going to do this. See, I'm thinking, I'm like, do I want it? And I'm thinking like, nah, let's just do DPS. We're rocking. We got ourselves a hell of a build. We got plenty of synergy, and let's see how this fight goes. And there it is. We got a flawless, flawless servant. Really, really sick. I'm going to come back here now that I have money. I'm going to try to get the poison on the Hokuto's bow here. There we go. So why was that servant's fight successful? Because I had Giant Whistle, right? It's an item I normally wouldn't have taken. Maybe not. We're going to come into Queen here. She's going to get absolutely shredded. So there it is, right? So even though the main items of the build didn't change too much, because I was a little bit more willing to be flexible, right? We changed a couple things out. We got that Giant Whistle that doesn't normally fit inside a tactics build, but I made it work. I made it work with Hunter's Instinct, right? I made it work with the Servant's boss fight. So that's just something to think about. Something to think about as you have your build, you know, try not to be too rigid. Think about other things you can do with it, right? As always, thanks for watching and good luck out there.